fáilte arás chuig Badly Drawn Shanos. Welcome back to Badly Drawn Shanos, the show where I absolutely ruin the mystery of our incredibly beautiful singing tradition in our native language, as Gaeilge, our Oniax Shanos, with my absolutely terrible drawing. This episode, I am very excited to be joined by a very special guest. That's right, you guessed it. It's Willie Clancy. We'll be hearing more from Willie later, but for now, let's get into it. So as you may know, if you've watched previous episodes, what we'll do is we'll watch a video of me singing the song with my really painful art over it to help you try and get a sense of the story of the song. We'll then spend a couple of minutes discussing that story, breaking it down, and you can watch it again feeling like an absolute Shannos boss. The song that we have chosen, me and Willie have chosen for this episode, is one of my absolute favourites. It's a song called Liam o Raghallaigh. So once again, as tends to be the case, someone dies. In the first episode, we did Air on the Haska and it was a poisoning. In the second episode, it was Saul O'Grua, and that was like a child bride being murdered by her husband. This one is tragoidach. It's tragic, but maybe not horrific, although there is some absolute horror in there, of course. Really grim, you'll see in the video. It's about a young man who dies on his wedding day. He drowns. It's very heartbreaking. I got this version. There's lots of versions of it. There's two main melodies that I've heard. One of them is actually very similar to Air on the Haska. The one I sing is one that I got from Patsy O'Canaway. Check it out, it's amazing. I spent like a month just like listening to the first line of the first verse on like this application that you can slow down just to kind of get a sense of his ornamentation, and whatever he was doing is just incredible. But anyway, yes, let me ruin this song for you with some art now. Catch you in a minute or two to discuss the story of it. Enjoy.
Bani Roili Gurjasmar I sing the roan Tada hulai na peiste stad veilin egna pertan tada galov Gallagher gal Fui magnum radon O huig fond Avering Dante Hogak my young grow Idoiner Nari Gleigal Nikasorton.
Leave it out, Willie. Oh, hi, hey, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that. That was Liam O'Raghallaigh. That was 3 verses of a much longer song. The song itself has anywhere between 6 and 7 verses a lot of the time. And the verses I sang there were kind of, you get the main gist of the story. So we'll talk through that. And I'm very happy to be joined by a sound effects keyboard off scene here to really help you feel and get the most of the song. Willie was trying to make a case there to do an interpretation of the song and the kind of sounds of the song and the pipes as I talked you through it, because he's had in a bit of a kind of standoff, one-upmanship thing with Seamus Ennis, who has previously done a kind of interpretation of Fox Chase on the uilleann pipes, but I didn't personally feel that like Willie was quite ready for that kind of performance, so we're sticking with my idea. So let's talk through the story of Liam O'Raghallaigh. So the song opens with the protagonist, and her name is Nellie Nicksortoin, and she's a young woman, and she is walking through her town, having a lovely old day. She's very happy, and the first thing she meets along the way, she says there's lots of Ballylawn the Wark, full of horse riders. And then she says there's lots of priests and monks, and it turns out they're all going to her wedding. She's getting married to Liam. And it sounds like it's going to be a bit of a fancy affair. There's going to be a fiddle there. That's the fiddle sound on the keyboard. And there's going to be a harp, and it's going to be great crack. But of course, heartbreakingly, we learn very quickly that there's 3 women in white, so a tradition of family not being allowed to touch or handle the body of a loved one. We hear this line coming in, Vitrum Navana, so something bad is coming, Lemagrosa Harnalaba, so it's saying Liam's dead, which is very heartbreaking. We learn this in the first verse, so it gets dark very quickly. In the second verse, it's really a verse of kind of yearning. So, she's like, oh, look, just tell my people, I don't know if there's any other phone sounds. We're just going to have to, hold on, watch this. She's Tuarscale chuig mo winter Grabahu mo vilas Thor. Can you tell them that my true love has drowned? And then she says, look, if I was with you on the boat that day, and oh no, hold on. if I was with you on the boat that day and my two hands are on the ropes, and maybe I could have saved you. And she's then like addresses his ma. She's like, I'm so sorry, Mrs. O'Reilly, that I couldn't save your son. I would have loved, we could have had a happy life, or, you know, that I would have made your sorrow, I would have healed your sorrow, lysing the vrone. So we see this. I've been asked to let people know that that particular image of Liam Raghallaigh looking happy was co-drawn by my oldest son, Moss, and some rocks that you're going to see under the sea soon were co-drawn by my younger son, Barra. So mega props to them. Anyway, that's the second verse. There's other verses that I didn't sing in this one where they talk about, you know, how she's just kind of talks about the fact that she never got to be his wife, that all these people who love him are going to mourn him, and it's kind of, you know, really heartbreaking. The verse then, the last verse, is the one that is just so astoundingly grim. So she's kind of saying, he's obviously, his body hasn't been recovered from the sea. So she's like, the worms have your eyes, the crabs have your mouth, the salmon have your arms, your two beautiful arms. I'll give a $5 to anyone who'll go and retrieve your body. So dark. And then it just kind of says, it's my deepest sorrow. And so it's the positionality of this last line in this verse is a bit weird, because it's like, it's my Shema gear to the Ainer. So it's like, I'm so sorry you left on your own, Nelly Nixer time, right? And so presumably that's bringing Liam's voice in or something. It's very poetic. And that's the end of the version I presented you, sang for you there. But there's another verse which is like heartbreaking, and like, you know, she's cursing basically in that she's like, I curse the people who made the boat. They could have not gotten the cheapy wood. Don't tell me it was in the cards. This could have been avoided, you know, basically in the last verse. It's really sad. But something I think is really interesting, which is just that very last image I showed you there, which says Nelly Nix or Toyn. Did you notice that it actually bears a striking resemblance to a certain pop record by a certain Nick? Maybe somebody ripped me off. I'm not saying anything. It's just something worth considering. Anyway, now that you have the story, you can go and watch the video again and have a newfound appreciation next time you're out and someone drops Liam Raghallaigh when you're out in the boozer or on town. You'll be like, fuck, I know this. And you'll be able to like, I'm just thinking about the fact that I cursed there. And if this kind of gets, you know, I'll have to bleep it or something. Anyway, yes, next time it drops when you're out in the town, you'll be like, Liam Raghallaigh, you know, this is about lads. And you'll be able to impress all your friends. Enjoy. Thanks for your time. See you at the next one.